Are you tired of feeling stuck? Like no matter how hard you try, things just don't seem to improve? You're not alone. Many women struggle with emotional overwhelm and self-doubt, constantly questioning their worth and ability to handle life's challenges. But what if you could shift your mindset and unlock the inner strength that's been buried inside of you? What if emotional resilience wasn't a distant dream, but something you could cultivate starting today? Life's challenges can be exhausting, especially when the weight of multiple roles, partner, parent, professional, and caregiver, falls on your shoulders. Women often find themselves juggling work, family, relationships, and personal goals, only to feel overwhelmed, stressed, and emotionally drained. The societal pressure to do it all while maintaining a flawless image makes it even harder to admit when we're struggling. It's time we break the silence and acknowledge that emotional resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks and grow through adversity, can be learned. It is not a trait you're either born with or without, but rather a skill that you can cultivate. In this guide, we'll explore what emotional resilience is, why it's essential, and how you can develop it. By recognizing the impact of emotional stress and introducing practical tools, you'll discover that building resilience is not just possible, it is transformative. For many women, emotional resilience feels elusive. We tend to wear multiple hats, working long hours, caring for others, trying to maintain personal relationships, and navigating the pressures of self-improvement. While all these responsibilities are rewarding, they often leave little room for self-care. It's easy to lose sight of your emotional well-being when you're constantly focused on others. Over time, this emotional depletion starts to take a toll on mental health, relationships, and overall happiness. Women often feel trapped by expectations, whether it's from family, work, or society, and it leads to an overwhelming sense of self-doubt. The constant comparison to others, along with the fear of not doing enough, exacerbates feelings of inadequacy. Many women also struggle with guilt when they prioritize their needs over others, feeling that they are letting others down. But this cycle is not one you need to stay trapped in. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from life's setbacks, adapt to change, and maintain a sense of well-being in the face of challenges. It's about acknowledging your emotions, processing them, and still choosing to move forward despite obstacles. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding stress or difficulty. It's about how you respond to those situations that define your emotional strength. To put it simply, emotional resilience means becoming stronger from the challenges you face. Life will always throw challenges your way, whether it's personal loss, health struggles, or career setbacks. But emotional resilience allows you to face these challenges head-on, learn from them, and continue moving forward with a sense of inner peace and strength. For many women, emotional resilience can seem like something only strong women possess. But in reality, emotional strength is built. It's not something you're born with. It's a skill that anyone, regardless of their background or current struggles, can learn to develop. The first step in building emotional resilience is mindset transformation. Women are often conditioned to believe that they must be perfect, which is an unrealistic expectation that leads to emotional strain. If you find yourself constantly striving to be the perfect partner, mother, employee, or friend, it's easy to feel like you're failing when things don't go as planned. The mindset shift here is about embracing imperfection. Resilience comes when you learn to accept that setbacks, mistakes, and obstacles are a natural part of life. You don't need to be perfect to be strong, and you don't need to have all the answers to build emotional resilience. Start by changing the narrative in your mind. Instead of thinking, "I can't handle this," shift your thought process to, "This is difficult, but I can get through it." The moment you start seeing setbacks as temporary challenges, rather than permanent failures, your emotional resilience begins to strengthen. Practical strategies to build emotional resilience. Building emotional resilience requires action, not just understanding. These strategies will help you develop the tools you need to handle emotional challenges and grow through adversity. 1. Mindfulness and self-awareness. Being present in the moment is the foundation of emotional resilience. Mindfulness practices like deep breathing, meditation, or journaling can help you slow down and be more aware of your thoughts and emotions. When you are mindful, you can observe your emotional reactions without judgment. You stop being overwhelmed by your emotions and gain a sense of control. Example: if you're feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to close your eyes, take 5 deep breaths, and observe how your body feels. What thoughts are running through your mind? Acknowledge them without judgment, then allow them to pass. This practice allows you to create distance between you and your emotions, preventing emotional burnout. 2. Developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is essential for resilience. Women with a growth mindset embrace challenges as opportunities for learning rather than threats to their self-worth. When you face difficulties, instead of feeling defeated, you view them as valuable learning experiences. Example: let's say you didn't get a promotion at work. Instead of thinking, "I'll never be good enough," try shifting your perspective to, "What can I learn from this? What skills can I improve to achieve my goals next time?" This mindset allows you to use setbacks as stepping stones to greater success. 3. Building healthy boundaries. One of the biggest challenges women face is the difficulty of saying no to others. Whether it's family, work, or social obligations, women often overcommit themselves, leading to emotional exhaustion. Setting healthy boundaries is a key skill for emotional resilience. When you say no to things that drain your energy, you make space for self-care and personal growth. Example: if you feel overwhelmed by a constant stream of social events or work demands, start by identifying areas where you can say no. It's not about being selfish. It's about protecting your energy so that you can give your best self to the things that matter most. 4. Practicing self-compassion. Women often practice self-criticism, especially when things go wrong. This negative self-talk can undermine emotional resilience and create a vicious cycle of self-doubt. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Example: if you make a mistake at work or in a relationship, instead of saying, "I can't believe I messed up again," say, "I made a mistake, but that doesn't define me. I'll learn from it and move forward." This practice of self-compassion builds emotional strength and fosters resilience over time. If you're tired of feeling stuck and are ready to build your emotional resilience, hit subscribe now. We'll guide you through the steps you need to take to reclaim your emotional strength and live a life of confidence and peace. Are you ready to take control of your emotions instead of letting them control you? What if you could create daily habits that make you emotionally invincible? In this section, we will explore the tools and practices that will help you strengthen your emotional resilience and cultivate a mindset of inner peace. These tools are simple yet powerful, and once you implement them, you'll start seeing changes in how you navigate life's challenges. Building emotional resilience is not just about having the right mindset. It's also about cultivating daily habits and practices that equip you to deal with challenges in a healthy and balanced way. Resilience comes not from avoiding difficulty, but from learning to face it with strength, clarity, and confidence. In this section, we will focus on the practical tools and effective techniques that will empower you to strengthen your emotional resilience. We will dive into everyday practices that women can easily implement into their lives to promote inner peace, mental clarity, and emotional stability. These tools will help you move from a place of overwhelm and stress to one of strength and inner calm, even when life throws curveballs. The power of affirmations. Reprogramming your mind for resilience. One of the most accessible yet powerful tools for emotional resilience is the practice of affirmations. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful. They shape how we feel and how we interact with the world. The key to building emotional resilience is learning how to reprogram your mind to focus on empowerment, positivity, and self-worth. How affirmations work. When you repeat a positive affirmation, you are essentially telling your subconscious mind what to focus on. Repeating these empowering statements helps counteract negative thought patterns that contribute to stress, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Over time, these affirmations begin to replace self-doubt with confidence and fear with courage. Examples of affirmations for emotional resilience. I am strong, capable, and resilient in the face of challenges. I trust myself to handle whatever comes my way. I am worthy of love, success, and happiness. I release fear and embrace peace in my mind and body. Start by repeating your affirmations each morning, ideally while standing in front of a mirror. Feel the words resonate deeply within you, affirming your strength and resilience. Let's say you're facing a difficult challenge at work or in a personal relationship. Each time you feel overwhelmed or stressed, take a few moments to repeat the affirmation, I trust myself to handle whatever comes my way. This simple act of affirming your capabilities will start to shift your mindset from one of helplessness to one of empowerment. If you're serious about transforming your mindset and building emotional resilience, subscribe to this channel for more empowering tools and advice that will guide you on your journey to inner strength. Another incredibly effective practice for strengthening emotional resilience is a gratitude practice. Gratitude helps shift your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's going right. It allows you to develop an attitude of abundance rather than scarcity, which is key to remaining resilient through life's ups and downs. Why gratitude matters. Gratitude has been scientifically proven to have a positive impact on mental health. It helps reduce stress, increase happiness, and improve emotional well-being. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you can create a mindset that is more positive, hopeful, and prepared to handle life's challenges. How to practice gratitude. Start by dedicating a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. This could be something as simple as a good conversation with a friend or a moment of peace during your day. The goal is to focus on positivity and recognize that, even in challenging times, there are always things to be thankful for. Examples of gratitude practices. Gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each morning or night. These could be big or small, everything counts. Over time, you'll notice how your focus shifts from what's wrong to what's right in your life. Gratitude jar. Create a gratitude jar where you add a note each day about something you're grateful for. At the end of the month, read through the notes and reflect on how much you have to appreciate. If you're struggling with a difficult family situation, practicing gratitude can help shift your focus. Instead of dwelling on the negative aspects of the relationship, focus on the small moments of connection, like a warm conversation or a shared laugh. By cultivating gratitude for these moments, you start to build a more positive outlook, making it easier to handle conflicts with emotional resilience. Start incorporating gratitude into your daily routine to build emotional strength and resilience. Subscribe now to receive more practical advice on how to transform your life through positive thinking and mindfulness. Physical activity is not just good for your body, it's essential for your emotional health as well. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Physical movement helps reduce stress, improve sleep, and increase feelings of self-worth. It also strengthens your mind-body connection, making you more resilient to emotional stress. How exercise affects emotional resilience. When you're physically active, you're training not just your body but also your mind to be more resilient. Exercise helps you develop discipline, focus, and the ability to push through discomfort, qualities that are essential for emotional resilience. It also gives you the space to clear your mind, process your emotions, and release tension. Types of exercise for resilience. Yoga. Yoga combines physical movement with mindfulness and deep breathing. It's a powerful practice for building mental and emotional resilience by helping you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. Walking/running. Taking a walk or going for a run can help clear your mind and process your emotions in a healthy way. The rhythmic motion allows you to focus on your body, leaving less room for stress and anxiety. Strength training. Building physical strength also builds mental toughness. Strength training helps you feel more confident and capable, reinforcing your belief in your ability to handle challenges. If you're dealing with high levels of stress, try taking a walk in nature or doing a quick yoga session. Afterward, notice how your mind feels clearer and more focused, ready to tackle whatever challenges come your way. Don't let stress dictate your life. Start incorporating physical movement into your routine today and feel the difference. Hit subscribe to learn more about how exercise can empower you to become emotionally resilient. Emotional resilience doesn't mean going through life's challenges alone. In fact, one of the most important tools for resilience is building a support system, a network of people who uplift, support, and encourage you through difficult times. A strong support system can make the difference between feeling overwhelmed and feeling empowered. Why support matters. When we face challenges, it's easy to feel isolated or like we're the only ones struggling. But the reality is that no one is an island. We all need help at times. Having a network of supportive individuals provides you with a safe space to express your feelings, share advice, and gain different perspectives. It also reminds you that you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your own. How to build a support system. Reach out for support. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Whether it's a friend, family member, or therapist, there's no shame in seeking support when you need it. Surround yourself with uplifting people. Seek out individuals who inspire you, lift you up, and encourage your personal growth. Stay away from toxic relationships that drain your energy. Join support groups. Whether online or in person, support groups provide a community of like-minded individuals who understand your struggles and can offer guidance and encouragement. If you're facing a tough personal issue, like a breakup or a job loss, don't keep it to yourself. Reach out to a close friend or family member who you trust. Just talking through your emotions can help you process your feelings and regain emotional clarity. Remember, resilience isn't just about being tough on your own. It's about being strong enough to ask for and accept support. Ready to build your support network and strengthen your emotional resilience? Hit subscribe and join a community of women committed to lifting each other up and empowering each other to thrive. By implementing these practical tools, affirmations, gratitude practices, physical movement, and building a support system, you will begin to see real changes in your emotional resilience. These tools empower you to manage your emotions, stay focused on your goals, and bounce back from life's setbacks with confidence and grace. Remember, emotional resilience is not a destination. It's a journey. With these tools in hand, you're ready to take the next step toward building a life of emotional strength, balance, and inner peace. No one said life would be easy, but you have the power to make it through anything. The real test of emotional resilience comes when things get tough, when life throws curveballs your way. How do you stay strong when you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or emotionally drained? In this section, we'll discuss how to maintain your resilience through life's hardest moments, so you never have to feel defeated again. Life has its inevitable ups and downs. You may face challenges that shake you to your core, whether it's the loss of a loved one, a health scare, financial instability, or the pressure of balancing multiple responsibilities. At times, the weight of these challenges can feel unbearable, and you might wonder if you have the emotional capacity to keep going. But emotional resilience is not just about bouncing back from minor setbacks. It's about staying strong through the difficult times, handling stress with grace, and continuing to grow through adversity. In this part of the guide, we'll explore how to maintain your emotional resilience even when life feels overwhelming. We'll dive into practical strategies for managing stress, building emotional strength, and keeping a positive mindset during life's hardest moments. Building flexibility, adapting to life's challenges. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding life's challenges. It's about developing the flexibility to adapt when things go wrong. Life rarely goes according to plan, and how you respond to setbacks often determines your emotional strength. When things don't go as expected, do you find yourself stuck in frustration, or do you pivot and adjust your mindset to navigate the situation? Why flexibility matters. Flexibility in emotional resilience means accepting the reality of the situation and being willing to adjust your approach. It's about realizing that setbacks don't define you, but how you respond to them can transform your experience. Resilient women know that life isn't about perfection. It's about rolling with the punches and remaining grounded, no matter what comes your way. How to build flexibility in your emotional resilience. Let go of control. One of the greatest sources of stress and frustration is the desire to control everything around us. Learning to let go of control doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means accepting that you can't control everything. What you can control is your reaction and attitude towards the situation. Focus on what you can influence. In the face of adversity, identify the things you can influence and take action on those. For everything else, practice acceptance. This mindset shift helps you stop wasting energy on things you cannot change, allowing you to focus on productive solutions. Example, If your job is experiencing layoffs and you're uncertain about your future, rather than fixating on fear and uncertainty, focus on what you can control. Update your resume, improve your skills, or network with others in your field. At the same time, let go of the anxiety about things you can't change, like company decisions or industry shifts. If you're ready to embrace flexibility and stay grounded through life's toughest moments, hit subscribe now. We'll provide the tools you need to build emotional strength and navigate life's challenges with confidence. Reframing setbacks as opportunities for growth. Every woman faces setbacks in life, whether it's a failed project, a relationship breakdown, or personal challenges. But here's the key. How you view these setbacks determines your emotional resilience. Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable, start viewing them as opportunities for growth. Why reframing matters. Reframing is the practice of changing the way you perceive a situation. It's one of the most powerful tools for emotional resilience because it transforms your mindset from one of victimhood to one of empowerment. Resilient individuals see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones that lead them toward growth. How to reframe setbacks. Shift from failure to learning. Every failure holds a lesson. Instead of thinking, "I failed," ask yourself, "What can I learn from this experience?" This simple shift helps you view challenges as growth opportunities rather than personal defeats. Find the silver lining. Even in the most difficult situations, there is often something to be grateful for. Perhaps the setback taught you resilience, patience, or gave you a new perspective. Cultivating the ability to find positives in every situation is a hallmark of emotional resilience. If you faced a setback in your career, such as a missed promotion, instead of dwelling on disappointment, reframe the situation. Ask yourself, what skills do I need to develop? What strengths did this experience reveal about me? How can I use this as motivation to do better next time? This reframing empowers you to stay focused on growth instead of staying stuck in regret. Ready to turn setbacks into opportunities for growth? Subscribe and join us as we dive deeper into reframing life's challenges and turning them into stepping stones for success. Rest and recharge. The importance of emotional recovery. Resilience is often misunderstood as the ability to push through stress without stopping. But the truth is, true resilience requires knowing when to rest and recharge. Women often feel guilty for taking time for themselves, thinking that self-care is indulgent. However, without adequate rest and recovery, emotional resilience becomes unsustainable. Why rest matters. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It's an essential part of building emotional resilience. When you rest, you give your mind and body the chance to recover from stress, clear your thoughts, and return to challenges with a fresh perspective. Overworking yourself without taking breaks leads to burnout, making it harder to be resilient in the long run. How to build rest into your routine. Schedule time for self-care. Set aside time each day for activities that recharge you. Whether it's reading, meditating, exercising, or just taking a nap, treat this time as a non-negotiable part of your schedule. Practice mindful rest. Don't just rest passively. Practice mindful rest. This means fully disconnecting from work and stressors, allowing yourself to be present in the moment, whether it's a relaxing walk or an evening bath. If you're feeling emotionally drained after a challenging week at work, don't push through it. Instead, take the weekend off to focus on yourself. Engage in activities that bring you peace and joy, whether that's spending time with loved ones, indulging in a hobby, or simply resting in solitude. If you've been pushing yourself too hard and need to learn the power of rest and recovery, subscribe now. We'll show you how to integrate self-care into your routine so you can remain resilient through life's toughest moments. Visualization techniques. Preparing your mind for success. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for emotional resilience because it allows you to mentally prepare for challenges and setbacks. By visualizing yourself handling difficult situations with grace and confidence, you create a mental framework that empowers you to tackle adversity when it comes. Why visualization matters. Visualization primes your mind for success by helping you rehearse emotional responses before they happen. It's like mental training for resilience. When you visualize yourself staying calm and collected in stressful situations, you increase the likelihood of performing the same way in real life. How to use visualization. Visualize overcoming challenges. Take a moment to close your eyes and picture yourself handling a difficult situation, whether it's a stressful meeting, a family issue, or a personal challenge. Imagine yourself staying calm, making thoughtful decisions, and coming out stronger on the other side. Visualize your future success. Along with visualizing challenges, also imagine your success. See yourself achieving your goals, living a life of balance, and handling difficulties with confidence. Visualization trains your brain to focus on the positive, making it easier to navigate challenges. If you're facing a presentation at work and feel anxious, take a few minutes before the presentation to visualize yourself delivering it with confidence and clarity. The more vividly you can imagine yourself succeeding, the more likely you are to do so. Want to learn how to visualize success and become more resilient in the face of adversity? Subscribe and get more tips on how to use the power of your mind to build emotional strength. Maintaining emotional resilience through life's challenges requires a combination of flexibility, reframing setbacks, taking time to rest, and mental preparation. By adopting these practices, you can ensure that you don't just survive life's hardships but thrive through them. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or difficulty, but about learning how to move through them with strength, grace, and clarity. By implementing these tools, you will not only improve your emotional resilience but also create a life where you are no longer defined by your struggles, but empowered by your ability to handle them.